My question is for Tush James. Will you apologize to President Trump for wasting millions of dollars and the state of New York for a witch trial? And how does it feel to know that you will be in prison for mortgage fraud?
Thank you for coming. We want to thank him for coming. We respect all opinions. Everybody knows those allegations are baseless. They're discredited. And so we want to thank him.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my God. Stop fucking lying.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're all having a great and wonderful day. Well, what we have here is just the reality of Letitia James finally getting the comeuppance that she's been needing to get for a few years now. Because after she went after Donald Trump and tried to take the tower, Trump Tower, and all these things are finally starting to happen to her. And she has been accused of being subpoenaed by the grand jury for mortgage fraud and all that great stuff. And she has a huge problem with trying to let that be a thing, right? Like, she's just not believing it. She's trying to spit out lies, and it's a common thing that's been going on here, and it's quite hilarious. So without further ado, here is a situation here to where she's being exposed on that she actually, no, she is, it's not all honky-dory, it's not lies, it's all true. She's been subpoenaed, and, it's all they got to do.
Yesterday to Letitia James's spokesperson, and when these allegations first came to light, they did provide a prompt response alleging there was a weaponization of the justice system, some type of political payback. This time, though, her spokesperson has not responded to our requests for a comment. Back to you.
Well, we'll wait for that. Lana Austin, thank you for joining us live there. We do appreciate that. I want to bring in now Amy Robbins. She is here with us on the set. She is the host of the Amy Robbins Show. Amy, good to see you on set. How are you?
Great to see you guys, too. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. So we've covered the civil Trump suit, the trial that went on forever. There were so many, by the way, to keep tally of all the lawfare that we've seen. And now you have this full circle moment of what the AG accused and charged the president, Donald Trump, of. Now she is being indicted by a grand jury, or at least we're seeing subpoenas issued by a grand jury now on the very same charges. What are the odds of that?
It's just irony all around, and I can't help but laugh at where we find ourselves now, because you're sitting here saying this is somebody who ran in 2018 on making promises that she was going to take down Donald Trump. And I don't know if these people just continue to think that they are above the law and that what they do is just never going to get found out. But this should be a really big wake-up call to any other Democrats who have some skeletons in their closet that someone's coming from you, and it's going to be found out.
Totally agree. She really did go out of her way, by the way, with this case.
Yeah. So as we can tell, that like this woman here has went after Trump, try to bring him down, try to take his tower, try to ruin him, try to put him in jail, and it's all gone full circle, right? It's all gone full circle because now she's being accused of mortgage fraud and all these other things that she's going to have to answer to here, and she's not going to be able to. It's quite hilarious in every single regard. And like I said, these Democrats are going to get their comeuppance. These people that have been committing crimes and just being evil altogether are going to be facing the maker, and that's just what we're going to be talking about majority of the day. And what we have here is Jim Psaki, right? The arbiter of truth, the person that says no lies, the person that will not glaze and drool over any other Democratic person or what have you. She will be fair and honest, but of course, with this here, it doesn't seem to really be the case, because she doesn't even seem to do something very important that it might be glaring to you all.
I have to ask you, I mean, there were reports today that the Justice Department has launched a criminal investigation into real estate transactions that you're involved with. I'm not validating that in any way, but I wanted to just ask you if you've received a formal notice of that at this point.
No, not at all. These allegations, Jen, are baseless. They have been discredited, refuted. There was a letter that was prepared by my attorney that was sent to Pam Bondi, the United States Attorney General. And it's unfortunate that President Trump publicly attacked me a few days ago. And as a result of that, he telegraphed to the Department of Justice and to FBI that I should be targeted. You see, this is nothing more than an extension of his revenge, his retribution. And he finally got up to the J's. And so I stand prepared to respond to these baseless attacks with facts. And we look forward, obviously, to further discussions with the Department of Justice or any other individual who leaked this material.
Yeah. It says she even goes out to say that this is leaked, right? And that's what she's saying here. And considering that it's leaked, it probably should explain to you all that we have here with that there is actual documents, that there is actual information that is available. And what we have here is Jen Psaki here, the arbiter of truth, not showing these documents, right? Not showing these things that are needed here to prove that, to show it to her face, like, hey, well, there are these documents. Because you've been subpoenaed by the grand jury, right? So if you've been subpoenaed by the grand jury, obviously you would have these documents, you would have something here that would show on the reasons why here. And of course, Jen Psaki, in all her glory, will not show these documents to her because she's saying it's a lie. And Trump only said anything about this after she has been probed or been subpoenaed by the grand jury. So again, if anything, it goes to show that he's not really going after you. It seems that then there was a subpoena that's been going on, and then he's all like, okay, I'm going to talk about this and what have you. So they're not going to show the grand jury. They're not going to show the documents of the grand jury here. They never would. And we have this here as well from the New York Post, because apparently Democrats are also really trying very, very hard to defend themselves from scrutiny, right? They're trying very, very hard to make sure they don't go to jail, what have you, because of all this insanity. Because we have this here, says Albany sneaks in budget language that would put New York taxpayers on the hook for Tish James' illegal bills if she's probed by Trump admin. So it says here, taxpayers could be on the hook for the New York Attorney General Letitia James' legal bills during Justice Department probes into her alleged fraudulent real estate dealings, the Post has learned. Albany Democrats are expected to sign off on a provision allowing certain officials to tap into a $10 million fund to cover any reasonable attorney fees and expenses incurred, even as part of probes not directly related to their state of employment. The language is being slipped into the New York's operations budget bill, one of the several expected to be made public and voted on starting Wednesday as the legislature moves to pass next year's fiscal plan. Multiple sources told the Post that the specific language in the bill would apply to Letitia James' looming legal fight. Says New York Republican State Committee Chairman Ed Cox quickly lashed out over the move to slip a legal payout to James, calling it an outrageous abuse of power and a slap in the face to every New Yorker. Well, no, this is not a surprise. I mean, Democrats do this all the time. Democrats are the most corrupt and evil party known to man. I mean, you're not going to get any graces from the Republicans either. But we're seeing how corruption and how they try to remove themselves from accountability as much as possible here. Like, it's really quite disgusting. It says, this is what corruption looks like in plain sight. Political insiders rigging the system to protect their own while hardworking families get shortchanged, he said in the statement. Tish James used her office to wage partisan warfare against her political opponents, and now New Yorkers are footing the bill for the consequences. Says here that under New York law, current and former state employees can be reimbursed for legal fees to defend themselves against lawsuits directly related to their work while in office, such as in case with former Governor Andrew Cuomo, whose various scandals are estimated to have cost taxpayers $60 million and counting. But the provision in the bill is specifically geared to benefit state employees who, as a result of their jobs, are subjugated to discriminatory or retaliatory treatment by the federal government. While the bill language shared, the Post doesn't mention James by name, it indicates state employees could be covered in legally compulsive process, which initiated by the feds after January 1st, 2025, meaning following President Trump's election. The bill would cover those who would obtain a representation by private counsel in response to any request, summons, command, subpoena, warrant, investigative interview, or document request, audit, or legally compulsive process started by the feds after that date as a result of their state employment duties. James, who infamously declared that no one is above the law when she prosecuted Trump over his personal dealings, was hit with a DOJ criminal referral for instance of alleged mortgage fraud last month. So yeah, and again, this is what we're going up here, right? This is what the Democrats are doing. So the Democrats are trying their best to defend and help Letitia James get away from going after her political opponents. And it's just going to keep on going here. So I don't know what to tell you guys, but it seems like the Democrats are beyond corrupt at this point. I mean, they've been corrupt. We've known they've been corrupt, but they're really trying to protect criminals. I mean, they've been I mean, I can keep on going on for days, but this is what they've been doing. So this is even more further proof that this is insanity here. And things are just getting out of control. But Letitia James might be facing that jail cell, and we'd love to see it. All right, guys, that's it for the video. Like, share. As always, take care, my friends.